One eternity later.
It is all over! It is all over! Oh! He front kicked him in the face!
Welcome back to the Casual MMA, and I know I haven't uploaded in like 7 years, but hopefully I'm going to be consistent this summer, especially since there's some mad events lined up in the next few weeks. For now, we're just going to be reviewing the main fights that happened last Saturday at UFC on ESPN. The first fight on the card was Max Roshkoff and Austin Hubbard, and I didn't intend to watch this fight because I'm a big casual, but once it was over, I seen what was going on Twitter, so I had to go back and watch it. Max was making his UFC debut and he's only had about 5 fights before, but he does have some big wrestling credentials and he's also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All his wins were by submission, so he's clearly a dangerous grappler. Apparently his management were begging Dana to get him onto the UFC and they were bigging him up so much, saying he's the next big thing, he's going to be the next champ, but it clearly did not go to plan. In the beginning of the round, Max throws a few kicks and he does manage to take him down and go for a submission, but Austin gets up and gives him a quick little knee. The rest of the round is not too bad, but Austin does outstrike him. In the second round, Max has a failed attempt at an Imanari roll.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
But he does manage to take him down and get on top. However, as the fight goes on, Max gets completely fatigued and Hubbard is just spraying him with hard shots to the body, hard shots to the face, but it's not the worst beating I've seen before, and it's not like he's getting dropped every 5 seconds, but he did only have around 5 or 10 days notice, so he couldn't prepare properly. Once they got back to their stools, Roshkoff straight away told his coach to quote-unquote call it, and he said it about 9 times before the fight was actually stopped. There's a lot of controversy on this because people are saying it should have been stopped as soon as he said it. Personally, the coach should have a chance to at least bring their fighter back in it mentally, but in this case, it was going on for way too long and his coach should have realised that he doesn't not want to be there. Ariel Helwani should calm down about this because he was going absolutely crazy.
First of all, Max said he wanted out 9 times. 9 times. Count it. I want out 9 times.
Shush, you schmuck. Listen.
And y'all put y'all faith in this bitch? In this quitter? In this hoe?
Tecia Torres vs Brianna was a pretty decent fight. Brianna's game plan was to just take her down and stay on top, but Tecia had some good defense and kept up the pressure with her striking, especially with her kicks. There was a moment in the fight where Brianna had her against the cage and got her with a really nice elbow, but in the end, Brianna didn't do enough to win the fight.
Attack there once more. Beautiful push kick. Her right kick is very educated. I mean, she throws it every way. Nice spinning heel kick. And Darren doesn't seem to have an answer right now for the offense.
For the majority of this fight, Raquel Pennington was just out-strengthening her and landing good shots while in the clinch, which led her to get the win. And if you didn't already know, Tecia Torres and Raquel Pennington are married, so it's pretty sick how they both got a win on the same night. Josh Emmett vs Shane Burgos. This was an absolutely amazing fight, and John Anik even said that it could be contending for Fight of the Year so far at least. When the fight started, Shane was throwing some good leg kicks and instantly one of them actually injured Josh Emmett's legs seriously. He tweeted out after that he completely tore his ACL and sprained his MCL with partial tearing, and this was all happening at the start of the round, and he still managed to beat Shane. I would give the first round to Shane because he threw some kicks and he also threw some good punches to the face, even if Josh teed off at him at the end of the round. For the majority of the second round, both fighters were kind of evenly throwing at each other, like Josh would land a combo and Shane would hit back with a few. There was a moment where Shane got him with a really nice and unorthodox elbow. It was kind of like a Ferguson elbow. The third round was probably the craziest round. Within the first minute of the round, Burgos gets dropped and Josh gets on top. For some reason, Burgos starts slapping the side of his head. I'm no expert. Emmett ends up flooring him again with the same shot but with the left hand, and by the end of the round, he's pretty much found his range and the fight ends strongly in his favour. Remember, he did all this with a torn ACL straight from the beginning. Curtis Blaydes vs Alexander Volkov. For Blaydes, he had a picture-perfect start of a round, and for Volkov, it was the one thing he did not want to happen. Volkov got taken down immediately and they were clinching for majority of the round. During the second, Blaydes had Volkov constantly thinking of the takedowns, so he was able to land a couple good shots. He also managed to land some of his signature elbows. Curtis was controlling the fight all the way till the fourth round where he started to gas out. Even Volkov managed to take him down. By the fifth round, Blaydes was completely exhausted and Volkov was exploiting it by finally landing shots of his own. However, it was too late because he couldn't finish the fight and Blaydes ended up winning a decision.
Bye.